Hello, Meoni here, and we're back on Archeage for another video. It's been a while, but here we are in time for the Halloween event, the Hallowtide Festival, in fact. As you may notice, I'm a pirate, so this event is available to both East, West, and of course the best faction, which is pirates. Obviously. Me and Rose got bored of the East killing their own faction during events, so we decided to go pirate, where we've had untold amounts of joy. If we come to Solace Headlands, both East, West and pirates, like I say, you want to port into Traveller's Spring. This is the closest place to it if you've got this teleport location. If you're an East or a pirate East that is, you can get here, and there's no guards on the teleport location, so you can just walk down here, which is perfectly safe, and all that is good. No one can attack you during this event because both of the zones in question are in festival period for the duration of the event. The first quest is down here, and you can notice that we are going to be collecting more event tokens, these Hallowtide Festival tokens, which we need quite a bit of to get some I guess interesting rewards, but we'll cover the rewards later on in the video, probably at the end. The first quest tasks you with cutting or carving this pumpkin he gives you. You are going to need to bring some blue salt knives with you, 5 in fact, every day for this daily quest. All these dailies are obviously daily, and they reset every day, so you can do them once a day. Funnily enough, that's how dailies work. But make sure you bring some blue salt knives as a pirate, because the nearest vendor that you can access is like 150,000 miles away at Growlgate. So yeah, make sure you bring those. Once you've carved your pumpkin, you have to deliver it to a lady up the road, but we're not going to do that because we're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and do the next quest as you normally do. If you go over here, you can see Snail Trainer Zerk. This guy actually gave up his passion of breeding wild lions and crap over in Falkov Plains to raise snails because everybody thought it was a bad idea, and it is a bad idea. But as you can see, you've got 3 colours here: green, blue, and, well, blue, purple, green and yellow, and red and pink. As far as I know, you can only get the purple and blue one as a mount at the end of the event with tokens, 70 of which I believe. Yeah, I could be wrong. You can get temporary versions for that last like an hour or so for a single gold if you accidentally delete your snail from the quest here. But yeah, like I said before, everybody thought he was weird. He is weird, and he's trying to prove that his snails are superior to snow lions and that they can actually sniff out candy. Strangely, that's something he wishes them to do. But again, you get another beautiful token from this, which we're going to need an absolute metric ton of. And obviously, here's your snail that you chose the colour of, and we can hop on this guy. Before we get into the quest, this has some incredible animations. I love this. If you were in any doubt of what I'm going to be saving my tokens for, then this should certainly answer that. I love this sort of stuff. Look at the squelchy animations and the sounds. I could just imagine this being a video all on its own. If you can't, you need to think bigger. See the big picture here. It's a squishy snail. It's cute. Okay, so, oh my god, look at that. That's so cool. Look at the little antenna. Anyway, before we get too sidetracked, let's do the quest. So there are actually pouches on here. So he is trying to prove that these are actually superior to cats. And the way he does this is he's put all these pouches with candy all over the place, and you have to go loot them using the sniff ability. If we go up to one of them, or near one of them, as you can see, you need to collect 3 of these purple pumpkin candies. That's a mouthful. But unfortunately, sometimes you get the blue ones, the azure ones, or the yellow ones, both of which increase your speed. One thing is, though, if you get bored of this and you're at peak times, just dismount from your snail, go to one of the pouches, summon the snail, and press the sniff button. Make sure you do have an empty inventory, though, unlike me and my terribly musically filled inventory. But anyway, that's 2 of the things. But essentially, this is all you do, and I'm going to speed up this because it's kind of a little bit boring, but you just want to get your 3 candies. It takes a while. It depends on your RNG, obviously. And there are 3 different types of candy you can get. And there's my final candy. Oh, that's so relieving. Finally, I don't have to squelch around. As much as the snails are cool, I'm not sure it will be your everyday mount. Go up the road and you can hand in your pumpkin. She's very happy to know that you've carved a pumpkin and you're joining in. This guy's like, my snails kind of worked. I'm happy because of this. Here, take a token and come back tomorrow and try again. Yes, and still nobody is impressed. And then she's like, oh, actually, could you go deliver this pumpkin and some others to 2 crowns? And you might be thinking, well, 2 crowns is a bloody long way away, and it is in festival period, and I really don't want to risk clippering across the sea. Fortunately enough, you don't have to. It'll take you straight to the quest location via this world gate. So if you are actually in the need of doing some trade runs or something, and you need to teleport quickly between the continents, this might be worth using regardless of the event being on. So this first quest you see there, she just basically tells you to go to the arena here in 2 crowns, where you can find more quests. And the first quest of which is this little boy, which has a bit of a sad story. It turns out, after we get our token, that is, that's all we really care about, that in the demon war, apparently, a load of children died, and we light the pumpkins every year at Hallow's Tide to ward off the spirits of dead children that died in a war. It's kind of cool. I wish there was more storyline, actually. I do like the little tidbits of information. The idea of dead children spirits is obviously something horrifying that I would love to know more about, but you know, Archeage has a very limited concept of what a storyline is, or you know, how to pad one out. But you know, they tried, I guess. So this place here is really annoying. You can actually get a quest here, you'll see, once we hand this in. It involves touching a soul stone and basically throwing candy in a jack-o'-lantern, and you can do this 4 times a day. The event times will be on screen in a couple of seconds, but essentially it's about warding off spirits by throwing candy at a bucket. It's a bit of a strange idea. The event times, like I say, should be on screen right now. At peak times, this is an absolute clusterfuck, and it doesn't really make much sense, because apparently you're supposed to be put into one of 2 groups, so you've got left pumpkin and right pumpkin. It's completely random, and then once you've actually thrown all of the pumpkin, all of the sweets at the pumpkin to fill it, the group that filled theirs first gets to loot the chest and get 3 tokens. The loser gets to loot another chest and only gets 1 token from the event, with an additional 1 token, so 4 or 2 tokens, depending if you win and lost, by talking to the guy at the end. Basically involves you pressing F and left clicking on a pumpkin. It's not really clear, like I say, which side you're on, and you can actually throw into both pumpkins for some really strange, bizarre reason. So I'm not really sure what indication there is for that. It's a bit of an interesting event, this one, and it's definitely a different way of doing a Hallowtide event. Last year we didn't really have one, we just had a buff that you could click on that increased your attack speed, so anything better than that is obviously an improvement. But once you hand this in, obviously you're going to get another token here. Now, so you're going to be, like, this is day 2 for me as I'm recording, and I think I've got, like, you know, 17 tokens, 27 tokens. So it's all dependent. You can actually get, as far as I can remember, I think it's 24 tokens a day, I think, if you do all 4 events, but they're at really weird times, like 7 AM, 11 AM, 3 PM, and 7 PM PDT. Like, that's insane. That's like 6 AM GMT -1 and stuff like that. Anyway, these are the rewards you can get. Some taffy, which increases some attack speed and stuff, buffs. You can get the pumpkin yatta hat, which obviously pumpkin yatta hat. That's an entirely different video. You can get a jack-o'-lantern plushie, which you can buy on the marketplace. You can also get, like I say, this is the gastropod, the purple mount. For 70 tokens. You can also get this. This is the wrapped Arcadian rod, basically. This is essentially a Santiago fishing rod that lasts 100 days. It's not too shabby, and of course the final reward here, which is for quite a lot of tokens, actually is a bed that restores 150 labour once you sleep on it, which is currently, I think, the highest bed restoration. You can get this from the cash shop as well, I believe, when they update it today, which, like a red version, and it will do the same amount of labour restoration. But here's the gastropod for 70 tokens. All in all, when it comes down to actually rewards, it's either going to be the snail mount, which is subpar and supposedly walks up walls, or, you know, the bed. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully the events get better. Now on Pirate, we might be able to actually make some more interesting videos for you. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.